Kartana is the next tier 5 raid boss following the Deoxys event in Pokemon Go. And this is definitely one that you're going to pick up because it is the best grass type raid attacker by far in raids. When it comes to PvP, not that great, but as a raid attacker, this thing will not be matched for years to come. I talked about Kartana before in the Ultra Beast speculation video, but big thing going for it is its massive attack stat. 323 attack, higher than basically everything in the game. The only thing Kartana needs to really stand out in raids is to have Razor Leaf and Leaf Blade. If it just had one of those things, it'd be a crazy good grass type attacker for raids. If it got both of those things, it would be the best grass type raid attacker for ages to come, right? And checking out the data mine from the Pokeminers here, it appears that Kartana is going to have the Razor Leaf Leaf Blade combo, meaning it just basically blows every single other grass type Pokemon out of the water, except I guess Mega Sceptile in the future. And Mega Sceptile is a Mega Pokemon, so you only get to use one of them, and you can use as many Kartanas as you would like. Shadow Pokemon? I don't know. Maybe if we had like a Shadow Kartana in the future, I guess that could replace Kartana as the best grass type raid attacker. But as it stands, yeah, Kartana is insane. Even though it is so glassy, its attack stat is so high and its damage is so good that you can see with the DPS TDO spreadsheet here, the DPS to the third power times TDO, it is still on top, only being edged out by the Mega Grass type Pokemon, and you can only use one Mega on your team. So a lot of people say the DPS to the third power times TDO doesn't matter because DPS is everything, but even if you think from the standpoint of somebody who doesn't think DPS is everything, this thing has so much crazy DPS that it is everything. I don't know the metrics myself, but I wouldn't doubt that a level 40 Kartana would be outpacing basically a whole bunch of XL level 50 Pokemon. You could probably even use like budget level 30 Kartanas with like 10 attack IVs, you know, and they'd be more optimal as grass type attackers as, you know, compared to anything else you could possibly bring. So rock types beware, water types beware, ground types beware, anything that has a semblance of vulnerability to grass type attacks, watch out because Kartana is coming. On top of that, Kartana is pretty fragile. It's not too big in the bulk side, making it possible to actually solo in sunny weather. If it's sunny outside or clear weather outside and you've got a big enough team, checking out on Pokebattler here, it looks like it is possible to solo this raid boss. And if anything else, it'll be a super easy duo. So even though I'm not too into raids myself, I'm not the biggest raider, I generally, you know, pick up the Pokemon I need through the GBL rewards, I think me and my fiance will definitely be hitting this up. Easy fire type duo, right? And get the ultimate grass type attacker for ages to come. Now, looking ahead to the future, based on current information and data mines, it looks like the next raid bosses after Kartana may be Celesteela and Guzzlord. Celesteela was also part of the data mine. This Pokemon won't be so good in the raid scene, but does have some clout in PvP, being a possible analog or replacement for the Skarmory. With the current moveset though, it's not looking all that exciting, but I'm feeling in my soul that this Pokemon's going to get Moonbeam. I just know in my spirit Niantic's going to give it Moonbeam before release. Like, it's going to be the Gigalith Community Day with the OP crazy Moonbeam, and then they're going to give it to Celesteela. And I think that will make the difference for Celesteela in the PvP side of the forest. Based on the current moveset though, Celesteela looks interesting, but it doesn't look that great. But it probably would be an interesting Pokemon to like take over the Flying Cup should it come back, you know. Being neutral to rock type attacks and then having the big smackdown itself. Then when it comes to Guzzlord, I don't expect Guzzlord to do a whole lot on the raid side of the force either. It's definitely more of a PvP Pokemon, and as a PvP Pokemon, it's basically the next level of Zweilous, a Dragon Dark type Pokemon. It probably will have Body Slam in the moveset. If it gets Dragon Tail Body Slam, then Zweilous is going to need to find a new job here, right? But this Pokemon's also looking quite exciting. Right now we don't have a data mine on its moveset, but if you checked out my Ultra Beasts like prediction video, the potential of the Ultra Beasts in Pokemon Go for both raids and PvP, I go over its moveset ad nauseum there. So that's all I gotta say right now for the Ultra Beasts in Pokemon Go, the tier 5 raids. Definitely one of the more exciting raid bosses that we've gotten for a while now, so expect to catch me out there catching some Kartanas. If you got any questions on this content, of course, comment below, let me know what's up, and I'll be happy to help you out. And if you're enjoyed this kind of content, you want to see more like it, well, make sure to subscribe to SwagTips. I'd also like to give a special shout out to these patron supporters. If you want to support Swagman on Patreon, link in the description. I just realized I didn't talk about Kartana in PvP. Overall, I don't think it's going to stand out all that much in PvP. It's so glassy. And yeah, it's got that big razor leaf. It's got the leaf blade. It's got other really good moves, like charge move wise, for PvP. But I think that that lack of bulk is really going to hold it back. Like, think about Deoxys attack form. You can meme with it. You can have a fun time in PvP with it. But definitely not the most consistent or good option out there.